Ta-da. We're here.
We're here.
Ta-da. It's the evening. That's why everyone's been so quiet. All the babies are asleep.
All the babies are asleep, yeah. It's slightly late because Camille had to deal with a rogue poo. Not her own.
Bedtime pooper.
Mabel used to do that. We used to call it, you had to do like ninja nappy change. Go in there and like silently sneak her nappy off.
Yeah, he started doing a thing where he lets us do it while he's in the bed, and he'll just like put his bum in the air while you're cleaning him up and just sort of keep his head on the bed, like as if he's asleep.
Pretty good. Tell you what, it's a good life being a baby.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Just lying in
it's a
bed
great
and you
life.
feel like you need a shit, you just do one and then go like, help.
Deal with that. Please.
Tonight we were reading Badger's Band, and one of the characters has a cello, and he just went, "Mummy, get Rocky cello from shop." I was like, not buying you a cello, mate.
I mean, what if he wants to become a cellist? Then you'll have to buy him a cello. I mean,
I can't
If
believe
he
you're
wants to
stopping
become a
him from
cellist,
following his
fine.
musical dreams and being a child
I mean,
prodigy
you're
cellist.
you're stunting his chances of being a child prodigy, Camille.
How do kids even play the cello? Is there like a kid version of a cello?
I think it's
Do you have a kid-sized cello, and then you work
Do you
your way up?
not? Do you just
Yeah,
get a
there are
violin
smaller
and just
ones.
turn that round for the
Yeah.
time being?
yeah.
A
Upside
ukulele.
down violin.
He can have a ukulele. I'll get him a ukulele and tell him it's a cello.
Oh yeah, perfect.
What instruments did you play, if any?
I played the keyboard, weirdly, not the piano. I had keyboard lessons because I thought that
Right.
sounded cooler, and I just stopped going. That was the kind of theme for me. If I was like, I really want to do that, and then my parents would get me lessons, and then I would just stop going to the lessons. They'd be like, "We've paid for all these fucking lessons, and you haven't been to a single one of them." You just get in trouble, deep trouble.
Did you do any exams in the keyboard?
Nope. I barely learned how to like press the keys.
I found piano tricky.
Yeah.
Trying to you're multitasking at all times.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you. Too much.
I wish I'd done piano though. It's beautiful.
Camille, guitar, wasn't it?
Guitar.
Yeah,
It was
you like
guitar. I started with a recorder, like everyone.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, did I give violin a go? Thought about clarinet and flute. Didn't do it.
Yeah,
Rose,
Thought about
flute.
drums.
flute.
A flautist.
Camille did them all. She's moved through the orchestra.
I say, I tried them all, and then settled on guitar. But I had this. Feel mean saying it, but I had this teacher that would come to my house, and he was just really wet. He was like always cold. Kept his coat on for the lesson, and I
Kept
dreaded
his
it.
coat on for the lesson. What was wrong with him?
Yeah, he was. I dreaded it. I did dread it.
Yeah,
God,
music
God, I had a good
teachers.
teacher.
Yeah, they
We
were
had,
always a bit
Yeah.
weird. The instrument teachers.
We had a piano teacher
Yeah.
called Erica who used to come around to our house, and we used to call her. Well, Freya used to call her Scary Erica. And whenever the doorbell rang, she thought it was Erica, and she would start screaming.
Shout out, Erica, if you're listening.
They
Just
are
something
all
to haunt
like
your-
She always
scary.
wore
haunt your
velvet
dreams.
leggings. Erica.
I
I don't
love a
mind
velvet
that.
legging.
Yeah, I don't mind
know.
that at all.
She was ahead of her time, though. I'd say maybe in the 90s that wasn't. Oh no,
Yeah.
actually in the
Why? You
90s
know
that
what,
was.
actually?
She was old. She was old.
You
She
know
was
what a
old.
velvet legging is? It's witchy.
It is very witchy.
Camille doing my segues for me.
Do you
Thank
know
you very
what?
much.
She
It's
had a
very
very
witchy.
witchy vibe. She had a very
Yeah.
witchy vibe. Also, like there was a weird smell in the room where the piano was, like a really awful, like fishy smell started to develop in that room, and my parents were convinced it was Erica. And they told her to. They were like, "Oh, we decided to stop piano lessons."
Because
And
they
then,
thought that she
because
had a
of the
fishy
smell,
fanny.
They thought it was Erica, and then they realised it was a light bulb. You know, when the light bulb goes funny and starts to smell
What?
like fish.
Oh my
Never
god,
heard of
and
that
do you know
before.
why that is?
Why?
Okay. The same thing happened to me in my teenage years. My room started to smell really fishy, and my mum kept talking to me about personal
Feminine
hygiene. Yes. And I was like, I'm washing twice a day. I don't know what the issue is here. How many more times can I wash? Anyway, the light bulb went on my bedside lamp eventually. And when I went to take it out, dead spider in between the element and the contacts and the end of the light bulb, and the smell had been the spider slowly cooking. And so maybe it because it was warm or something, it had like crawled in there.
Does
and it had been
taste like fish?
I mean, I didn't eat it, but it smelled like fish. Cooking spiders smell like fish.
I mean, yeah.
This whole conversation is grossing me out. And I'm not easily
also,
grossed out, but that's really got under my skin, that.
For the listener, for the viewer, anyone who's watching the video, Camille refuses to get a ring light. That's why she's in the witchy darkness.
Yeah.
Well, normally it's fine. I'm not going to explain to you my weird technical things that I do. But normally,
well, I know what your
No,
technical
you do.
thing
You
is.
put
You get
white
an
screen on your
open
computer.
document. You put a Word document on your screen. I'm not going to explain my
I'm not gonna
technical.
go into
I'm not going to go into all the technical jiggery pokery that I'm doing to make sure you can see me opening a Word document and using it as a light.
yeah,
Is it, Camille?
that is what I do. Yeah.
And what I will say, Camille, is during the daytime
not good
also
either.
dark. So it's not. Neither of them is good.
Yeah. Do you not have a light in that room?
Yeah,
There
they're
it is.
both on,
There's
they're
the
just
Word
quite
document.
dim. Yeah, but no,
There
what's
she is.
going on now is that I can't see you guys. Something's happened where I can only have either
Yeah.
or at the moment.
Right, so anyone who's watching this and I mean, the clips for Instagram are going to be unusable because it's going to look like one of us is just a fucking beast of Bodmin Moor or something. So witches, yes, and also I need to shout out dear listener Poppy Critchlow for suggesting Coven Party. Don't worry,
I
I've been
love it
scooping
when the
up the
listener
Insta messages.
suggests,
Yeah.
a theme. Love
And
it.
this is my reward for picking up the Instagram messages.
give her a
I'm
feed.
reaping the benefits by stealing all the party ideas.
Yeah, that is good. It's a good. Yeah, it's
That
good.
is.
So yeah, we haven't done a coven party. We've done a Halloween party that was quite witchy.
I feel.
And I
thought
feel like we have done a witch-
party. Yeah.
Yeah, was it Tessa Coates? No, that was an anthropology party.
Was it a spells
Yeah.
party or like?
Anthropology party. Of course, we did an anthropology party before we did a fucking
Yeah.
witch party.
No,
I
but
think
we
we
haven't done a
have.
coven we haven't done a coven party. A
No,
coven
that's-
of witches.
Yeah.
So
different.
You've just
It's different.
reminded me. Someone asked me the other day. My friend asked me, "Have we ever done a sex party?" And I was like,
Yes.
"I don't think we have." Oh,
we have.
Have we?
Oh no, we did swingers.
Swingers.
And we haven't done it because BT too prude.
So what? So you guys are you vetoing that? I can't do a sex party.
No, you can do a sex
Do
party.
it, yeah.
I'd love to do a sex party. I welcome it.
Okay.
Well, I listen. I will gladly talk about it. I just don't want to be part of a real sex party.
Yeah, BT, I'm not
Unfortunately, that is
suggesting.
going to be the podcast. We
Yeah.
go to a sex party.
The game 2 is us undercover at a sex party.
No, hate it.
Can you
Right.
imagine?
Witches.
I'd be in the corner, fully dressed.
Yeah. Crying.
You're not allowed to be dressed. You've got to take your clothes off on the way in.
I won't.
Witches. Do you believe in magic?
Yes, why
Witches?
No. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Both my sisters are very witchy. My
they
mum has a very, she's got a big imagination about all the things that could be possible in the world of nature. And
Yeah.
I have tried, and I'm still trying so hard to be like, yes, star signs, exactly. But none of it rings true for me. None of it. No spells, nah. Like, I enjoy it. I like the fun. I like thinking about it. But I
Star
don't
signs are
personally
different to
believe any of
spells.
it.
Star signs are different to
It's in,
spells.
it's in the very much the same category for me.
I'm with you, BT.
Yeah.
They're
No.
the same
It's like-
thing.
yeah.
Crystals, star signs, spells.
Yes.
None of them are anything.
Yeah.
And I'm the opposite of you guys. In, all three. Start
See,
signs, spells
I
and
want to
crystals,
be. I
bring it
feel like
on.
I'm one toe in. I'm sort of
I
Taurus.
think part of it is like I find it fun. I find
Yes.
the whole like ceremony
I
around
agree.
it,
find
and
it
like
too.
I find it fun.
Oh yeah, me too. Like I would love it to be true. I'm big into your folklore, your creatures, your gathering tinctures and leaves and herbs from ye forest. I'm into that.
Yes.
I think that's great, but I don't believe any of it works.
Yeah. I like the stories.
Well,
so.
you don't think honey and lemons good for a cold?
That's
Do you think
science.
that's not a
Surely
spell?
That's come
That's
from
not a
like
spell.
something witchy.
But
Raw garlic.
it's just come from natural.
Okay,
healers.
Here,
But, you know,
I'll concede this. That yes, there are maybe that thing of them being kind of natural healers, you know, using that thing I do believe in, but I'm
Using
saying I
things from the
don't think that
natural
honey and
world.
lemon is like a spell. That's
Honey
not a
and lemon is
magic
not magic.
spell.
No.
That's just using
But you're
things from
into-
Real seems
nature.
unsure.
But
Yeah,
you're
she's going
into-
no, but
but
her
is it not a
face is
spell?
saying yes.
But then how else does it work?
I'm not saying it's a spell, but you are into foods being healing, and so if you take that one step
But that's
further,
science.
mix
That's
them
science.
into some kind of potion. Hello.
Oh right, sorry, I
thought
thought
you'd
you'd
gonna
frozen.
continue.
Yeah.
I just stayed very still again.
She didn't have an end. She didn't have a compelling end to the sentence, as
No.
it turned out.
But if you mix it into a potion,
Are there actual practicing witches though? Like, is it
Yes,
a proper,
there are people who think there
think
are.
they're
There are.
witches,
You
yeah.
can. Yes, there are covens of witches.
who
that
are
you can-
casting spells,
Yes,
who are doing potions in cauldrons? And
yes,
being
who are
like-
meeting in the forest at midnight and running around naked, and you know that kind of thing. I'm into though.
Yes.
The feminine power.
That just
That's
feels
something
like,
that I do
yeah,
like.
a bit
A
of
network of
community.
women that men are frightened of.
Yes.
Disrupting the patriarchy. I'm
Okay.
into that.
Yes.
See, if
That is
does
what I'm
exist, tell me about it. If any of you out there are part of that, I want to come along.
Well, friend of the podcast, Sarah Moss, she's been to them. She's been in there to put curses or spells or something. Message her. We'll go.
No way.
She's like, it's 30 quid. You go there. They cast a spell and stuff
30 quid?
happens.
but is it? It's not like.
Unclear.
It's not like. Do you cast? Is it? You cast a spell. You don't do like horrible shit like voodoo dolls and
Like in the
stuff. Do you?
craft.
You'd have to ask her. But this is the thing, Camille. You want the nice stuff, but along with it, people are cursing.
Yeah, I
People
don't want to be
putting curses.
cursing. I'm not cursing people.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't
What
imagine
what would you
wanting
say
to
are
do
your
a
most
curse.
witchy characteristics?
Well, I'm psychic.
Warts.
Is that one?
And remind us why that is again, Camille, why you're psychic.
A few things have happened over the years. The earliest memory I have of it, I'm sure I've mentioned it on the pod before. Do you remember that time that I
Celine
was
Dion.
watching telly? Yeah, Celine Dion.
Go on.
I was
Tell
watching
us through
telly,
it.
and the presenter said that a female singer was about to come on stage, and I immediately went Celine Dion. And guess what? It was Celine Dion.
And I'm guessing this was in the sort of late 90s, early 2000s when she
Doesn't
at
matter
the
when it was,
absolute
Rose.
peak of her
Yeah,
fame,
doesn't matter.
when she just put out, My Heart Will Go On,
And
and she
there's
was probably the number one female
there's-
singer
There were a
in
lot
no
of
the world.
possibility
female
that they
singers
might
around
have
at the
been-
time.
They might have been trailing the fact that she was going to be on earlier on in
No,
the show
no,
that you
no,
might
no,
not have.
no.
That you
I
might
had a
sort of
feeling inside.
heard in the
Okay.
back of your head and not really.
Other evidence?
Yeah, I'm trying to think actually.
That's the only one, isn't it?
Okay, do you want to hear something that happened the other day to me that was weird?
Yeah.
Is this proof that I'm psychic, or is this just?
Well,
a weird
we'll be the
thing
judge of that.
I think this is just a weird thing that happened.
Go on.
I went to a restaurant that I wanted to go to for ages. I finally make it there. I won't go into where it was right now because I'm going to go off on a tangent, but all you need to know is I went to this restaurant and I noticed two guys sat at the other end. It's only small, sat at the other end having their dinner. I was eating my dinner alone. They got up and left. And I thought, I wonder if they're going to see the show that I'm about to go and see. I get to the show, I get into the theatre, lo and behold, they were going to see the show that I was going to see, and I was sat in the seat next to them.
Right. How close was how close was the restaurant to the theatre?
7-minute walk.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing this was then a pre-theatre dinner. So you're
Yeah.
eating early, 6 o'clock. That is,
Six-ish.
yeah, that's early for a normal dinner. I'm going to bet anyone in that restaurant, 7 minutes walk from the theatre, very likely. Which theatre was it?
Southwark Playhouse.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
very many. That's literally the only theatre around that area.
But there are many restaurants, and this was just tucked away upstairs in that box park thing. This restaurant that I chose.
Coincidence.
And
The
also,
fact
I
that-
would
was
say,
sat
like,
next
the,
to
the,
them.
the Venn diagram of people going to
It's a
see this
bit-
play
quite
at
a
the
big
Southern
theatre.
Playhouse
And I was
going
sat
to a cool
next
little
to them.
restaurant in Box Park. It's the same demographic, is what I'm saying.
I
Big
also think
theatre. Out
what
of
you're
all the
describing.
seats
What,
in the theatre.
okay, Camille, what you're
Out of all the
describing.
seats.
What you're describing is the magic of coincidence.
Yes, correlation is not causation.
What I'm describing
Coincidence.
is yet another example of me having some kind of witchy power.
Right, and then I just need to cycle right back to when you said your witchy powers being psychic, and BT's first answer was warts.
I'm talking about my moles. Look at these moles.
Have you still got them?
Yeah,
No,
they're
you had
quite
the mole in your-
witchy.
Very
Didn't you have
witchy.
the mole in your head removed?
I had the Greebles removed.
The Greebles are
Had,
removed.
there was two.
They're
There
very
was two
witchy.
of them. They were quite witchy. I remember.
Yes, because when in the witch trials they would find the devil's mark, you would have been burned.
I'd have been burned at the stake.
Because of her
I-
moles.
But do you
They would
remember-
strip them naked and look around them and see if they could find the mark of the devil. If you had any kind of thing like that, they would go, look, it's the
Wow.
devil's
Mark of
mark.
the devil. Once
Have either of you
May
got a birthmark?
asked me to show them my Greebles.
Yes, on my knee.
And
Sorry.
I remember showing.
Sorry, BT.
May, friend of the pod. I showed them my Greebles.
I remember this.
Well, she was. They were like, please, please, please. It was you were together.
Yeah.
May was going, please,
Yeah.
please. I just want to see them. I just want to see them. And I
Desperate
was
to
like,
see
no,
them.
no, no, no. And they were like, please, please, please. I got it out. They screamed.
Yeah. They screamed. They were
Screamed.
horrified.
May screamed.
Huge scream.
Huge scream.
Huge scream.
So that's quite witchy.
Quite witchy. Yeah. Powerful.
I'd say my most witchy characteristics
hair.
are.
Your hair.
What do you mean? That's not fucking. Are you joking? Witches have like straw
They
hair.
always have
What?
really long dark hair. No?
Yeah.
Like big, like long dark hair.
Yeah.
Right. I
No?
just feel like if you say you look like a witch, it's not a
I
compliment.
didn't say you look like a witch. I said you've got long dark hair like a witch. That's witchy.
Yeah.
Right.
If I was going to draw a witch, they'd probably have.
It would be me.
It'd be you. It'd look
Yeah.
exactly like you.
Right. Well, okay. I was going to say my most witchy characteristic was that I hold grudges.
Oh.
Got grudges against loads of people. Men are scared of me. I've got a dark energy.
Yeah.
I think I am quite witchy.
And you've got a
You're
witch's
witchy.
cackle.
I've got a witch's cackle.
Cackle.
I've got a witch's cackle.
Got a witch's cackle.
Well, I think that takes us nicely into our first game, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
This game is called Witch Idol. Lovely. Just a little throwback there to
Witch idol.
90s. Was it
Pop idol.
90s? Noughties. Noughties more.
Naughties. Did you ever
Noughties
see
show Pop Idol.
Have you seen the clip of Ed Sheeran on Pop Idol?
He went on Pop Idol.
He was on Pop Idol, but he was like they only showed like
I
a
don't
couple
remember
of
that.
clips. He was like very
was he,
very
7?
early stages. I think he was like 15 or 16. And he was good at the singing obviously. And then they tried to make him do the dancing.
Oh.
And he was like,
Just for any listeners, BT was doing genuinely her normal dancing then.
Yeah.
That's the dancing that you do if we're out.
yeah, yeah. Do you remember the dance I used to do that was the dance of 1,000 hats?
Yes.
Do it again. Show that now.
I used to do the dance of
Dance
1,000
of
hats, so it'd be
1,000
like I would be
hats.
putting on a different
Do it.
hat every time. So it'd be like helmet, cowboy hat, turban, a visor, and then
Don't
I'd
you remember
be like,
this,
oh, a bonnet.
Rose?
Yeah, well, the thing is, I was probably absolutely hammered and just really thought BT was just being weird.
Correct.
But great. Okay, Witch Idol. It's Battle of the Witches, bitch. We've each come up with a witch character that we're going to pit against each other and see who we're going to crown the best witch on the pod. So we're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves as witches, and then the other two can give us a scenario. And it's like, how would you solve my problem as a witch? Who's confident, or who just would like to go first and get out of the way?
I'll go.
Thank you, Camille. Hello, welcome to Witch Idol. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Yeah. She needs to get her Word
trying.
document up. Can't see her.
Yeah, I'm trying to open my door.
Oh, God. She's doing some of her technical stuff now.
Oh, fuck off.
I won't go into the tech jiggery pokery.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, hello. I'm called Wriggly Rubik's Worm. I'm half human. I should say at this point, Rose, you start smoking 50 a day.
Yeah, wow, that is
It's hacking, isn't it?
I've had an awful week of it. The busiest work week that I've had this year, where my voice has been needed so much, and
God.
it's been horrendous.
Oh,
And you've been coughing left, right, and centre.
Well, I lost my voice.
Oh,
I literally didn't have a voice, and I had to go to an in-person audition, and I had to do singing ADR. So,
No, thank you.
if you're listening,
Did you-
ADR is additional dialogue recording,
Did
and
you...
it's like where you go to a studio and stuff that they recorded that they did that didn't get recorded properly, you go and record perfectly in a studio, but my voice was gone. But go on, Camille.
James had to do that this week. He's always knackered after that. Hours and hours of it. I was going to say, when you went to the in-person audition, did you apologise for the cough, or did you hold it together?
Yes. I didn't have a cough, and my voice just sounded like, you know, and
Crackly.
you've got a voice that's like...
And
I said, I'm really sorry, my voice is... he was
Crackly.
really nice.
And while we're on the subject, did you get the chocolate advert?
Didn't even get a recall.
Ah.
So...
We're keeping it
Absolute
in,
bastards.
baby.
We're keeping it
Absolute
in.
bastards, keeping it in. Okay. I should say that I wrote
So
this.
sorry, Wriggly Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Worm.
Yeah, and I did it as a stream of consciousness. I did this as a stream of consciousness. I
Oh,
didn't. I
perfect.
did no
It's going to be
no's.
good.
I did no
Okay,
no's,
great.
and I just carried on going.
Fantastic.
I'm called Wriggly Rubik's Worm. I'm half human, half worm. Think human head as you see me now, wormy body below my waist. I was born a run-of-the-mill human, until one day while playing in the garden as a small child, I ate a worm and simultaneously got bitten on the bum by a magical mole. I was taken underground to meet all the other magical moles, and as a gift they gave me a magical Rubik's Cube and christened me Wriggly Rubik's Worm. With a flash of a light, the wormy part of my body became like a long, squiggly Rubik's Cube. So if you imagine, I can basically like slink about with my Rubik's bit of my body. Is that clear?
I just feel like...
Yeah.
It can
Yeah,
do.
I mean,
it can
yeah.
do. I can do that. I can go up. I
Yeah,
can-
it's clear in that I understand the image that you're trying to capture, but it's
unclear as to how you got here.
it's troubling.
I got bitten
It's a
on the bum by a
troubling
mole.
window into your
Feels-
mental
Yeah.
Why?
state.
What's troubling about that? What's troubling about that?
Feels like I'm hallucinating.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't high at all when I wrote it.
What
All
time
of
of
my-
day?
What time of day? Good question. I think it was lunchtime. Maybe I was very hungry.
Even more troubling.
Yeah.
Even
it's
more troubling.
More troubling.
All of my spells are recipes, and they're all written on one of my bits of Rubik's Cube.
How
So if
does
someone-
this make it? It doesn't make any sense.
Why?
All of
Like,
my
why
spells are
are-
recipes.
why
Yeah, she
aren't
was
your
hungry.
spells something to do with like Rubik's cubes or maths or like puzzles. But no, it's
No,
suddenly
they're
recipes.
recipes written on my Rubik's cubes, and I can
Right.
twiggle out like that. I can squiggle and wiggle around. Listen, if someone needs my help, I wiggle around, so all my cubes are going like open, close, and I get the person to shut their eyes, place their hand down, and whichever cube their hand lands on, that is the spell they need. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, I do all of my spells and recipes outside on the barbecue. So all of my recipes are spice mixes and marinades. Want someone to fall in love with you? Mix what? What?
I just am lost a bit now.
Okay, listen. Want to get rid of your corns? Barbecue some corn on the cob with my special spice mix. Want someone to fall in love with you? Toast some marshmallows and dip them in my special choc sauce mixed with a mole's sneeze.
Did you make the
I
chocolate sauce
live-
on the barbecue?
Yes, it's a cauldron. I've got a mini cauldron on the barbecue.
On the barbecue, there's a mini cauldron. Okay.
Well, you're going to need 2 cauldrons because to make chocolate sauce, you need a bain-marie.
Right, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've got
Big
2
one, that
cauldrons. I live in a huge mole hole.
Oh, not the
And-
mole hole.
The mole hole. I live in a huge mole hole, and it can magically appear anywhere. So if you say my name 3 times, the mole hole will appear.
She comes, digs herself
Hang on a
back
minute.
up.
Has she forgotten that it's not mole hole again?
What's not mole hole? Huh?
Am I having an episode, or was there a game on the pod once where Camille thought it was mole hole and not molehill? She said,
Oh, I've done it.
she
Is it-
said, don't
oh,
make a mountain out of a molehill. And
that's
she's
what
done
I'm
it
imagining.
again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A mole hole. A molehill.
A molehill.
A molehill. A molehill.
Make it melt.
Molehill. Okay, yes, that's what I mean. I live in a molehill.
Okay.
Yeah, I live in a molehill with my coven of moles.
Wait, what?
And I'm
I thought she was a
releasing.
worm.
Oh,
I'm a half worm.
it's
And
Rubik's cubes.
finally, I am releasing a cookbook called Spicy Spells: Wriggly Rubik's Worm's Guide to Barbecue Your Way to Witchiness. That's it.
What?
Okay,
That's it. Do you know what I thought? I just thought I've been being pretty trad recently, you know, really thinking
okay.
things through logically and methodically. And I thought, why don't I just go back to what I used to do? Just do stream of consciousness and not read it again till I do the pod.
no, I appreciate. We
Yeah,
appreciate
it's
that.
good.
It's
Look, it was entertaining. I just hated it.
yeah, I hated
Yeah.
it too.
See, I don't hate it. I really like the image of my head on a wormy Rubik's Cube body. I think that's quite
That
fit.
wasn't so
I
much
hate that.
as troubling. Oh, well, that wasn't so much what was troubling me. It was just like, for me, it's just the logistics of like, what are you talking about? You've got recipes written on each thing, and then
I hate
they,
that.
they people come
What do
to
you
you and you give
mean?
them a recipe.
How?
It's all on a barbecue. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Imagine a Rubik's Cube and you've got
No, I don't want to
written
hear
on
it
each
again.
cube. What's weird about that?
Okay. I'm going to give
It's
you a
like
scenario.
instead of
I'm gonna
writing
give you
on a
scenario.
piece of no, wait, no, listen to me. I want to get my point across. Instead of writing it in a book, I've written it on a Rubik's Cube. I don't get what's weird about that.
But they're all recipes. They're all barbecue recipes.
I'm a witch. Witch do food stuff.
Which do food stuff.
God.
Oh my god.
Okay, I will defend regular Rubik's Cube, Rubik's Worm, till the end. So.
Okay.
And that
okay,
is the
okay,
mole
okay.
hole I will die on. I'll die on that mole hole.
Let's give her a scenario, BT, because I need to understand how this works.
Okay. The scenario is. Okay, I guess they summon you with like a thought or like a wish.
No, they summon me by saying my name 3 times, and then the mole hole appears with me
Okay.
jumping out of it.
Something else.
Okay, so that's happened,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
BT, one of us has got a problem that we need her
Yeah.
to solve. What is the problem?
Thank God you're here, Wriggly Rubik's Worm.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
I've got a huge problem that I need you to solve.
Is it the warts?
It's the warts.
They're staring me straight in the face.
Yeah.
Is it something else?
It's mostly the warts. The warts, and also I've killed someone.
Oh, so you want a bringing them back to life spell, or you want
I want a getting rid of them spell.
You want a getting rid of them spell.
Getting rid of the body spell.
And wiping everyone's memory that
Yeah.
that person ever existed.
Because we're at a third birthday party.
Oh,
It wasn't a 3-year-old though,
No.
just
yeah,
no,
that
clarify,
sounds
it was
real
another
dodgy.
parent.
It was one of the parents.
yeah.
They were really annoying me, talking about how
Their son was amazing at the cello.
their son was so
Right,
amazing at
yeah.
the cello, and they only ever feed them organic vegetables, and he eats he eats good food all the time.
Okay, so
So what's the...
what we're going to do is, well, luckily that it's happened at a party where you're eating food, because up I
Yeah.
pop, my barbecue's come out, and I am mixing up a little marinade for some... What am I doing? I'm doing a marinade for some organic chicken, because you say that's the only thing that they would eat.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting a mix on that made of a mole's whisker, some what do worms secrete? Sebum? What's sebum?
What?
Sorry, what is it that worms secrete again? What's it?
Yeah, let's just say worms.
What's that common
sebum.
knowledge thing that worms secrete?
Mole's whisker.
Camille, didn't we write an episode of a kids show about this? Don't they secrete like castings that is used to make compost?
Yes, they do. That's made out of their shit. Okay, so it's a bit of my wormy shit. It's
worm
made
shit.
out of their shit. My wormy shit, a mole's whisker, and a lovely piri sauce that I've just personal recipe that I've knocked up.
Yeah.
I'm mixing that on the chicken. I'm the person's already dead, you say?
Yeah, they're right here. Everyone is sort of standing around.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna magically make that chicken kind of appear next to their face, and everyone is going to think that they've died because of undercooked chicken, which would not be your fault. Therefore, you get away with the murder. And just having that marinade next to them is going to make their body disintegrate and be sucked into the soil in your garden. Wow. And the vapours that come off the body as everyone watches that happen is going to be sniffed in by everyone, and it's going to wipe their memory. It's going to wipe their memory, wipe any knowledge that person was ever born.
Wow. That's quite the pitch.
That is, pretty good. Pretty good. And the party continues. The entertainer comes out.
Beatty,
Yeah.
you're up next.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My name's... Oh, it's an error choosing that voice.
No, you've
That's
committed
gonna-
to it now.
It's going to hurt. A few sentences.
My
it's
name's
gonna hurt.
Gary the Witch. What sets me apart from other witches, if you hadn't guessed already, is that I'm fit as fuck. Look at these norks.
Ooh, oh, Gary.
Legs all the way up to my armpits. Long flowing hair the colour of a very healthy turd. No one can resist me. They say, oh, Gary, she's fit as fuck. I live sofa to sofa, or should I say marital bed to marital bed, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Gary.
When times are tough, along comes Gary the Witch with my little knapsack and me jugs on show to make things a lot harder, if you know what I mean.
God.
I do have a familiar. His name's Gordon, and he follows me everywhere, begging me, please, Gary, take me back, I've got nothing left. And I go and make him do my evil bidding. My backstory is, I was born the most beautiful little baby, and my mother, who's also a witch, got so jealous that she tried to make me less attractive by giving me the name Gary and casting a spell on my voice. But nothing was going to stop this saucy little bod from strutting its stuff. Now I use it to my advantage and call mechanics and tradesmen on behalf of my female friends so they get taken more seriously. My trademark spell is I can circumcise people with the flick of a wrist.
Oh,
And that's all I've written for Gary.
wow.
Yeah,
No
I
need
don't
to
know
ask,
what kind
no
of
need
state
to
of
ask when
mind I was
BT
in.
when BT wrote that. Bedtime.
It was bedtime. It was bedtime.
Big time bedtime.
Wow. Okay. I'll give Gary a situation.
What?
Hi, Gary.
Hello.
My issue is that I think my husband is having an affair.
He is, love.
Right.
It's with me.
Right, yeah. I
That's
thought I
unusual
could see
to
that
do that.
coming. So how am I going to solve this? How am I going to
This
solve
is a
this
conflict.
problem?
This is a conflict of interest.
This conflict of interest, yeah.
do you want
Unless she's got an
Wrigley-
explanation.
Do you want Wrigley Rubik's worm to pop in? Or...
Let's hear what Gary's going to do
Right.
first.
What I'm gonna do for you, love, is I'm gonna give you the best push-up bra you've ever had in your life, and I'm gonna take you out Pretty Woman style, get you dressed up all fancy, and then we're gonna confront him together.
What,
Right.
make him choose between you.
Yeah, make him choose. Is her or me, Gary? I mean, no, I'm Gary.
What?
It's her or me?
What? What if he chooses you?
Well then, love, you gotta take it on the head, don't take it on the chin. I've got a little knapsack you can take with you, pack all your belongings.
I actually
Gary's
love this
mean.
voice. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a bit like.
It's got a really nice like tone to it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a bit Louis Armstrong.
All right.
Yes.
Right. Oh, okay.
Do a little song for us, Bridget.
I see trees are green,
Yeah,
red roses too.
really good beat.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, get that all the time, actually.
Well, thanks, Gary.
No, you're welcome, love. You're welcome, yeah. If you ever need any relationship advice, I'd say get bigger norks is always my. You know, sometimes I just do a little spell, just go up a size. Boink.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's interesting to find, a witch that's quite sort of like weirdly has misogynistic undertones.
Yeah.
They're normally like feminist heroes, aren't they? But this one,
That's
It
Gary's
sets me
USP.
apart. Gives me it's my USP.
okay. Well, thanks, Gary.
Oh, you're welcome.
So I'll just bring in the final contestant now.
Yeah.
Hello, Septimus Strike. I have no fixed abode. I dwell in the dark tunnels and forgotten corners of the London Underground network. And my specialism is causing transport-based chaos for anyone that wrongs me. And anyone willing to pay the right price. I have a shape-shifting appearance. 1 minute, I'm a TFL worker. The next, I'm a busker. The next, I'm a fire extinguisher on the wall. You'll never notice me. I blend in. My familiar, or should I say familiars, are of course a mischief of tube mice. It's a collective noun for mice.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
They are ready to do my bidding, my evil bidding, whether that be distracting someone so that they miss their train, or rising up together to block a tunnel completely and trapping all the passengers forever. My backstory is that I started out as a normal, non-magical woman, just trying to make her way in the big city as a sketch comedian. But I encountered so many minor misdemeanors on public transport that eventually my rage became... Yes, I am slightly Welsh, actually. And that eventually my rage became potent enough to turn me into a witch. Now I'm on a crusade to right public transport-based wrongs. Leave your bag on the seat on a busy tube. Bang! I do a spell on you, so you'll never find an empty seat again. Try to get on the tube before everyone else has got off. Bang! I'll make it so that the escalators are always broken at every station you ever go to.
Oh, that's a bruiser.
Not getting up for a pregnant woman when you're sitting in the priority seat. Bang! You're pregnant with triplets. I shall now perform my trademark spell. Rumble, rumble, down the tunnel. Karma is repaid. Under my curse, your train shall be cancelled or delayed.
Oh, I really like it. Okay, let's think of a scenario.
Scenario.
Okay.
Hang on, do we have to make it?
Yeah.
Oh, have you got one? Go on.
No,
Go on.
you go. You go.
I was going to say, does it have to be related to travel?
That's my speciality.
That is her speciality.
So that's what I would suggest.
Okay.
BT, did you have one? Up your
Yeah,
sleeve?
I was going to say, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I want a really good excuse not to be able to get to work.
That's really good.
Yes. Well, for the price you cross my palm with 20 pieces of silver, my pretty.
20p?
And I can 20 pieces of silver, 20p's. Okay. And I can... the maths of which I can't immediately draw into my brain.
20
but
times
20 20p's. I think it's it.
5 20p's.
£4.
£4.
Is it £4? Okay, it's £4.
In my head, I was like,
For
it's
the price.
£20.
For the price of £4. What I shall do is whip up a storm. I will whip up a storm, and I will get the storm to whizzle leaves from the trees, but only the trees outside your station. The trees go onto the line. They cover the tracks. The trains cannot pass. The leaves get cleared. Oh, no! A dog has got loose. It's a dog on the tracks. The train cannot pass. The dog is saved. Oh, no! It's one huge, big poo on the tracks. It's a huge poo on the tracks. They cannot pass.
Very good. Thank you.
Cast your votes as you will cast your spells.
What was Anna?
See, Rose, you look like a real witch then. In
Exactly
a good
like a
way.
witch.
Great. You look like a witch in a really good way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was doing good witchy stuff.
Like the photo of you at
Got your
May's party where
performance.
you're the only one that came dressed in fancy
yeah.
dress and a witch's hat.
But it was
looks
on
like
Halloween.
It looks like a real life witch has come to the party.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good.
Right, is everyone
Okay.
ready to vote?
Ready.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, hang
vote.
on. Yeah.
Yes! Septimus Strike!
Done
Win!
it. I very nearly changed that to Gary. I very nearly
yeah?
changed
I voted
it.
for Gary. Couldn't vote for Camille, hated it.
Hated it.
Wiggly Rubik's
And I
one.
voted for Gary purely on, I thought it was funny, but also I like the voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good voice for you.
Thank you very much. I should get it out more often, just for the pod.
You really
just for
should.
the whole pod.
Tell you what, that's
Do you
doing
know what?
Septimus Strike has absolutely ruined my voice again.
I have been doing. Mabel was studying Louis Braille at school, but she kept saying Louis Armstrong, so I had to like. And then she was getting it mixed up with Neil Armstrong, so
She's got a problem
she
with
was
names.
like, Louis Armstrong was on the moon. I was like, he was not.
He was not on the moon.
Louis Braille sings and plays the. I was like, no, he does not.
Right.
Yeah, she's got a problem with names, that
Real
girl.
name.
In
Name
fairness to
dyslexia.
her, that's surnames. That's hard. That's hard. How many
Yeah,
names
this is coming
and
from the woman who
surnames-
thinks it's molehold, so...
Yeah. I feel
Right.
the pain.
Right, it's time for Legend and Dick of the Week. I'm gonna read out one of the messages that
Please.
is from January
Please.
that I've had on my phone. It's been hanging over me. This is from, well, I'll start reading the message and it'll become clear. Hey girls. She's written girls. So I
Hey,
can say,
girl.
hi girls. Thought I'd drop you all a little message for this new year. Yeah, it's late. We're in March.
Yeah.
It's me, Meredith, the girl that fell on an Airbnb sink and told you all at the live pod.
Yes. Meredith.
Oh my God, Meredith.
And actually,
Yes,
this is
please.
good because we had to wait until we put the live pod out before I could read this message. She says, "I've graduated and have just had my first proper job as a production designer in London." Meredith,
Congratulations, Meredith.
big shot. She said, "I was travelling to one of my locations and obviously listening to you guys when I looked at a nearby bin that said I was in Lewisham. Familiar. Then I look to my right and see a bus heading to Penge." I was only in the mystical land of the birthday girls. You sure were, Meredith. That's my bloody bus. It would have been the 176. I'm on it weekly. In all honesty, it felt like such a big girl moment for 22-year-old me to be heading to my first film job with you guys in my ears and looking back at 17-year-old Meredith doing her A-levels during COVID and discovering Birthday Girls on Spotify. Thank you for holding my hand or ears for the last 5 years. Love you all. What a nice message, Meredith.
That genuinely makes me want to cry.
I feel
Camille is, I can
That's-
tell you now, Meredith, Camille has got tears in her eyes.
wherever my
That's
cockles
so
are,
nice.
I can feel them and they're hot.
Wherever your what
That's cockles.
are, her cockles, that has warmed
Cockles.
Yeah,
them. Oh, Meredith.
loved that.
So, so yeah, Meredith, we love you. Thanks for sticking with us. And once again, BBC, if you're listening and you told us that young people didn't listen to our podcast, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Meredith was 17.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
But
Yeah,
if you want to bring us
young.
back, we'll come.
Please have us
She was
back.
17.
She found it when she was so
Yeah.
young. She's still young.
She's still so young. But Meredith, well done. And I hope your film career is going brilliantly. And, you know,
Production designer, that's
congratulations.
That is fun. That is very
Yeah.
fun.
Right. Should we do our legends and dicks?
Let's do it.
a fun job. Please.
BT.
My legend of the week is I'm now entering the phase of drop-off parties. So Mabel,
I've just been watching Motherland, so I'm fully au fait.
sure. Mabel had a
that's
party
great.
at Flip Out in Croydon, which, if you don't know it, it's basically the seventh circle of hell. I went in there, I took her in, and it was honestly like a war zone, like children running, like sweating and injured, and like adults screaming and food flying, and I was just like,
Oh, God.
but I could just leave her. And then I left. I didn't have to
Wow.
stay. It was a
Oh,
fucking
wow.
dream.
How long do you get to leave for?
She was there 12:30 till 4.
Wow.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
How
That's
much
a
flipping out
big
can
chunk.
you do?
They
Hours
did
of
a lot
flip
of
out.
flipping out. They did mini golf. They did roller skating. Mabel did fall down and bang her head. And
That's fine.
This brings us on to my dick, which is
Okay.
Flip out, Croydon.
no. As I was looking to find the bump on her head, what do I see? Lots
Knit.
of little creatures crawling around in her hair. Knits, knits, baby, knits.
Oh my
We
god,
got
and they're
knits.
so good at hiding.
They were everywhere.
got knits.
And then guess what? Looked in my hair. I got knits.
Oh
Looked
my
at
god,
Elsie's
right, what I
hair.
want to
She
know.
got
what I-
knits. It was a family knit
Did Sam get them?
fiasco. No, Sam was in fucking Wales watching the rugby.
What I wanna
Absolute
know
snake.
is
He's the real
how-
Nick.
He's the knit.
How long? How long did you have the knits before you realised because you had to look? in
Yeah,
your
because
hair?
I'm thinking,
Like,
BT, I saw you in the park for a picnic.
do you
I saw
think
you
you
in
had
I
them?
saw you in the park for a picnic. Have I got knits?
Hey, well, you might
knits
have
in
to.
your
Because you
knits
know
in
how
your
long my
hair would be a
fucking hair
nightmare.
is.
Yeah, nightmare.
Yeah, that would be really terrible for you. And it was honestly, they were so tiny and so like hard to see, even in
Ferocious.
Elsie's hair. I was thinking like, oh, when Elsie gets knits, I'll just be able to see them like on her head. No, I had to root around, dig around,
Oh
really have a
my
good old
God.
look till I found
So
them.
talk us through what you've had to do.
Well, we had
The
to
special
do
knit shampoo.
the knit
comb.
treatment. It's a knit oil I've got. So you put the oil in your hair, and then you sit for 20 minutes,
It's making me itch.
and then you wash it out and comb out the nits. I did it on them once, and I think got all the nits. Did it on myself twice, and I think injured my scalp because now my scalp just feels like it's. I think it's
Red,
maybe
raw.
slightly psychosomatic as well. I just feel like it's crawling. I just feel like.
Oh God, I'm now going to be so paranoid that you gave me nits.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate.
Do you
But like,
have
I'm
to
scraping
get them
my
out
hair.
with the
I'm
comb,
scratching,
or can you?
You
you
don't
have to
have.
get
Well,
them
this
all
knit
out, or
treatment
can you
says
just wash
no
your hair
comb.
with
It's
the
like
thing?
you don't have to comb. This treatment, and it did kill them all. To be fair, like all the ones I combed out were dead, and it was like, oh, it kills the eggs and the lice. But I did do the comb anyway, just for my peace of mind.
Belt and braces. Yeah.
But my scalp is now, I've got really bad dandruff now, and I've actually, I don't know if you can see, I've put some oil on my scalp.
Yeah, it looks
It
greasy.
looks oily, right? Just because my scalp is just
Oh, I'm itching.
On fire.
I'm itching.
It's
Yeah.
making me go itchy.
yeesh. But yeah, so that's
Right,
that's
Camille,
my
who's-
dick.
Who's your legend and dick?
My legend and dick are hot yoga based this week. Legend is now I'll start with my dick. My dick is there's a sign up that says you have to make sure that you wipe up after yourself before you leave if you like sweat loads so people don't trip.
Yeah.
And I was taking my blocks back to where they go before I leave the room, and I slipped on some sweat and really nearly
Ew.
fell down. And I loudly went, "Whoa!" at the end of the class where everyone is like zen, still lying there with their eyes shut. And it was because, now I don't begrudge the man, but it is the men's sweat so much more.
Yeah.
You know, my sweat, or maybe I'm just not working hard enough, but my sweat doesn't go like outside of my mat.
Sometimes I
goes-
can't work out how they're doing it. It's like the
How
amount
they
of
do-
water that's coming out
It's
of you.
soaked. Yeah. But I'm like, fine. If that happens to you, I don't begrudge you that. You're sweaty. Fine.
Yeah.
But what I do begrudge is that if you're going to then lie, you know, at the end, they're like, you don't have to rush off. You can lie here and relax for a bit longer.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, you have to clean it up around yourself because there are going to be
Wipe the
people
sweat
walking past
first.
you trying to get out. So
Yeah.
all I'm saying is, as soon as the class is over, give it a wipe and then go back to lying down, if you don't mind, so people don't
Yeah.
slip. My legend, she probably would be some people's dick, but she is my legend because I just thought she was really funny. At the end of this one class, it was really busy, and there are showers there. And normally, I've never had this before, where there's people like waiting to use the shower. I don't know how it works out, but normally it's fine. Everyone's been able to shower fine. This particular class, it was quite busy, and I'm showering, and there's a woman in there who's been showering, like she was the first one in showering. She's got all her like lotions and potions. She's like rubbing, all like lathering herself up, and there's people waiting to use the shower. And she literally goes, "Oh, sorry, I take ages in the shower. It's just something I've never been able to resolve." And she just carries on lathering herself up. And then she
No,
goes to the
dick.
woman, "Come and share the shower with me. Just come and share it." Because she was basically like, "I'm not going to be hurried. I'm just going to have
Also,
a
that
lovely-"
is
She's like,
such
"I'm
a
always
mad
here
thing
for
to
ages.
say.
I'm always here for absolutely
It's just
ages."
something I've never been able to resolve. Like, you are now
completely out of my
absolved of
control.
responsibility of
Yeah.
it. It's like, just
But it made me laugh, and I was like, fair play to you.
No.
Fair play.
no, dick. I'm afraid
Unsociable.
2 dicks
Yeah,
this
so
week.
I thought you might go for that. Yeah, I thought you might be a dick. Rose?
Right, I'll do mine. Yeah. Legend
Oh,
of the week.
also, my other dick is me.
Sorry.
Rose. And it is actually
No, please.
last week. I think I threw you shade because you did a long legend or dick. I can't remember which. And then I made this comment of like, well, I'll just do my dick because probably not got time to do my legend as well. And then I was like, actually, that was dick from me because I love a long legend or dick story. So I apologise. Hold my hands up.
Well, thanks, Camille.
Okay.
On reflection.
Yeah.
People can grow. That is something you've been able to resolve. So well
I've
done.
been able to resolve it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my legend this week is me. Okay. Because listen to this, guys.
Yeah.
Guess
Oh my God.
who managed to wangle themselves a refund for the penalty rail fare she was issued at Tunbridge Wells station.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
There's been another. Yeah, there's been another email. Okay, this time via the medium of a form.
Okay.
An appeals form that I went through, process, pleaded my case, attached my evidence, said to them, look, you know, total honest mistake, tried to rectify it honestly, do not feel I should be punished by this.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting to win because basically the offence is travelling without a valid ticket. Like, they sort of don't care why. It's like that's your fault for not. It's your responsibility to do that. Yeah.
So they didn't have
Wasn't
to back
expecting
down.
anything. Through comes a letter. I'm just going to read you the relevant paragraph.
Has this come through the post, or have they emailed you this letter?
Email. Came into my junk. I think it might be lost. Hang on. Let me see if it's... Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. So, first of all, it starts by going through, like, penalty fares have to abide by all these regulations when they're issued. Okay. Goes through all of that. The relevant paragraph. It is a requirement that a penalty fare notice is completed in accordance with all parts of Regulation 5, Part 2. And on this occasion, it has been concluded that the amount of the full single fare applicable for the journey on this notice is incorrect. As this amount is used to calculate the value of the penalty fare, which is also therefore incorrect, the notice is not wholly compliant with that regulation. That being the case, you are not liable to pay the penalty fare charge, but as you did not hold a valid ticket for the journey, the full single fare applicable for the journey, £18.10, must be paid. This appeal has been successful and is now considered closed.
Yes.
So, what's happened there is that snake, who I tried to appeal to his better nature, that snake has charged me too high an advance single fare. He's tried to bleed me dry. He tried to charge me £31.50 plus your £50 fine, right? £100 fine, whatever. It is his greed and his penalisation that has led...
Like, what the fuck?
That has led to the entire thing being invalidated. They've said he tried to bleed you dry and you don't have to pay anything apart from the actual price of your ticket.
I bet you
So
wish
once again,
you
listeners-
could show that to him. I bet you wish you could tell him.
So Dan said to me when I told him, he went, would you rather, like, get all the money wiped like this or have to pay the money but get a full apology to your face from that man? And I was like, well, the money, obviously. I don't want to pay fucking... They were going to charge him. I was going to have to pay £81.50 to get to Tunbridge Wells. Are you fucking joking? But listeners, I'm telling you now, it is always worth complain. Have an appeal. Have a little go. Because I tell you what, the rush... I was walking on air the rest of that day when I got that letter. I couldn't believe it. Walking on air.
Yes. Very good.
So, yeah, I'm the legend for, you know, getting a refund. Dick of the week, it is my son, Froggy. Now, the other day, at the weekend, Dan was ill. He had some kind of short flu or COVID or something. He was bedridden. So I'm on solo childcare. I've had a full weekend of dawn till dusk solo childcare, which is taxing. Kind of, you know, the kind of thing where it's like you can't even go for a wee.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even go for a wee without the baby trying to climb on you and grizzling.
Ugh.
So it gets to the Sunday evening and I'm like, oh my God, we're nearly there. I've nearly done it. I'm getting Froggy ready for his bath. Okay, Camille, here I'm guilty as you. We have a thing when he's just before his bath we call streaky bacon, where we take all his clothes off, including his nappy, and he streaks up and down the flat. He loves it.
Lovely.
Okay? Obviously,
They love
danger,
being
danger. But he sometimes will have a little, bless you, a little wee, fine. We're having fun playing streaky bacon. We do a thing, I play peekaboo with a blanket on the sofa. He's having fun playing peekaboo, pulling it off me. Suddenly he goes quiet and he buries his head into my lap, and I'm like, well, what's? And I suddenly hear, and I'm like, Froggy, no, 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 no. And then I look down and he has done the hugest turd on the cream carpet. So then I'm like, no, no, no. And then he starts getting upset because he's like done a poo, and I'm like stressing out. And I'm like, no, it's okay, it's okay. Mummy just needs to clean it up. So I pick him up. I go and get some wipes. I pick up the poo with the wipes. I carry it to the loo. I put it in the loo. I go and get the carpet cleaner. I start cleaning the carpet. I then hear him behind me straining. He's done another one. He's done another one. I'm sort of have my hands full of the carpet cleaner. And then I try to pick it up. He's then trying to poke it because he's like, this is fun. What's going on? What's this thing that Mum's obsessed with? He's trying to poke it. I pick it up. I go to take it to the nappy bin. I skid.
No.
I skid. I think, why have I skidded? I take off my slipper. There was another one that I have trodden in and then trodden through the flat to the nappy bin and then skidded on. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Camille's nodding because she's obviously
I'm nodding 'cause this is like,
her son just free poos. It's her life.
I've been there.
So I finally, it's everywhere. I clean it off everywhere. Meanwhile, Froggy's like roaming around with a pooey bum, just like trying to like wreak havoc. I then finally get him into the bath, and I'm sitting there just like it's been too much, and I'm like, how can I still smell poo? Like, I've got it all surely. And I look down, and I've knelt in it somehow. It's all over my knee. And I mean, maybe Froggy's not the dick. I'm probably the dick. Me and Dan, I'm the dick for letting him just go naked around the flat.
They have to be naked sometimes.
They do.
But honestly, it was like a farce. It was like a farce where it was just like the poo just kept coming, and then everything I tried to do to clear it up, it was like, now it's trodden through the flat, now it's on your slipper, now you've slid in it, now you've knelt in it. It was and you know, when you're like, where? And I just kept on finding these poos that I'd like squashed because he'd done it on like a patterned rug and I just hadn't seen it. You know what I mean? Like,
The bruiser is your cream carpet. Did you manage to clean it off that?
Do you know what? It came out good.
Pretty good. If you get in there immediately.
Yeah.
I don't think poo really stains, does it? Like,
No, it doesn't, because it is just organic food matter, really.
yeah.
It's not like, you know what I mean?
yeah, there's nothing really stainy in it, I suppose.
But yeah, there is just sort of like poo particles just throughout my carpets
Jesus
now.
Christ.
That's
So there you go. That's a
fair.
little long legend and dick story for you there, Kath.
Love that. Loved it.
If you are listening to this podcast and you're like, I want more, you can have more. We've got a Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/birthdayGirlsHouseParty and you can subscribe and you can get extra content every single week and a whole episode every month.
Oh, yeah.
You can help us keep the podcast going.
Like and subscribe.
You can interact with
wherever
us.
you get your
Sweet,
podcasts.
sweet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Even if you don't want to join our Patreon, if you love the podcast, give us 5 stars wherever you're listening. Recommend us to your friend. We would love to grow. But yeah, thanks for listening. And thank you to Emma Corsham, our fantastic producer, without which as we know, we'd put out podcasts with 45 minutes of just pure silence in the middle of them because we'd have to edit ourselves. That's what Camille would do. So thank you to Emma Corsham. Thank you to Anne Treleski for our gorgeous podcast music and Lucy Moore for our beautiful artwork.
Yes.
Thank you, BT.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Rose.
Camille.
Thank you, Rose.
Hope you've enjoyed the Coven party, and thank you to Poppy Critchlow for suggesting this theme.
Yeah,
If
that
you
was
want to
really
shout
good.
out, if you've got an idea for a party theme, get in touch. You
let us know.
can get us on Insta or Patreon. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. I did a really short one.